Hello, I hope you're having a good week. All right, last week we talked about the magic of balancing blood sugar and how eating small balanced meals can really get your blood sugar balanced and help you in so many ways with hungers and craving and being able to lose weight easier. It is magical. So make sure that you're working on balancing your blood sugar. But a thing that goes along with that I want to talk about today is inflammation. Inflammation and blood sugar go hand in hand. When your blood sugar is out of whack, you usually have too high of inflammation also. When your inflammation's up, it's harder for your body to keep the blood sugar balance. So let's talk about what inflammation is. Inflammation is like a core system of your body. It is the thing that rushes in when you have any illness, cut, injury, anything out of balance, it's going to work to heal it. So it keeps you alive, but also it has a great memory. So that anything that's out of balance in your body, it's going to be fighting. And so in our day and age, we have so many things that get us out of balance. And so our body is often at war with ourselves. And a lot of times you can feel inflammation. You can feel it by if you get headaches often, if you have joint pain like back pain or hips or your knees hurt or your ankles, or you have digestion issues because most inflammation starts in your gut. And so you'll notice that you have upset stomachs or not digesting things easily. You have maybe allergies. You carry weight around your middle. That visceral fat is a sure sign of inflammation because that inflammation starting in your gut, that's where you're most likely going to be depositing fat first when you have a lot of inflammation. But sometimes you don't even realize that you have inflammation. It might just be something like you have a hard time losing weight. That is a sign of inflammation. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is a lot of inflammation, not just in your gut, but also in your mouth is where inflammation starts because all of that bacteria goes into your gut. So it's like very closely correlated. So make sure that you are taking care of your teeth, getting your teeth clean, taking care of cavities when you have it, because that can affect your whole body when you have too much inflammation. So where does inflammation come from? How can we lower it? Let's talk about that. Now, number one, I'll tell you, if you are on the Optavia program, you're doing the right things because you're doing the things that are going to lower inflammation. You are cutting out high inflammatory foods. You're learning to balance your blood sugar. You are learning to eat the healthiest foods by using the healthiest oils and vegetables. You're learning to you're doing the high five. The high five is what reduces inflammation. You're balancing your blood sugar. You're working on getting your sleep. You're working on adding exercise, drinking your water, hydration, and managing your mindset by reducing stress. Those are the things that are going to help with inflammation. But it's good to be aware of what causes inflammation. So let's go over that. There are 3 factors of inflammation. The first factor is your food. That's one of the easiest things to change and notice a quick difference in your inflammation. That's why I love it when my clients get started on the program and even sometimes within a week are noticing their joints feeling better, their headaches going away, their stomach issues getting better. It happens really quickly. Our bodies are very good at fixing itself when we are giving it the right fuel to do so. So foods that you want to stay away from that are causing inflammation is too much fried foods. Fried foods cause inflammation. Unhealthy oils are one of the leading causes of inflammation. So make sure that when you're cooking, you're using a good, healthy oil like olive oil. Olive oil is an anti-inflammatory oil. Just like taking an ibuprofen can help lower inflammation, same thing with olive oil. So use a good, healthy oil. Eating processed foods like sugars. Sugar is a sure sign of inflammation. I notice it when I eat more sugar, I can feel it in my body. Also, high fat dairy, like ice cream, causes inflammation. Refined grains like white flour, all that white bread, all that good bread that we all love, it's causing inflammation. So trying to stick with more whole grains, keeping that sugar down, using healthy oil, those are things that are really going to help you notice the difference. And you can check out in your book, especially that 2.14 in the Habits of Health book, goes into a deep dive of what foods are best to lower inflammation. But like I said, on the Optavia program, you're learning what foods are the best things to eat to keep that inflammation down. So food is a big part that causes inflammation. The second thing is external factors that cause inflammation. That is chemicals around you. If you use a lot of house cleaners, even things that you're putting on your body, like your makeup, your shampoo, your lotions, the scented candles, cleaners, those have toxins that can cause inflammation. So just being really careful of how many chemicals you're using, and looking for like healthier versions that you can swap out. Also, if you have a profession that you're around a lot of chemicals, like hairdressers, unfortunately, often have a lot of inflammation because their hands are in chemicals a lot of the day. Nail artists, janitors, anytime that you're around a lot of chemicals, just really pay attention to that, how you can avoid getting that into your body by making contact or breathing that into your body. So that's a huge one. Also, allergens. If you're around things that you're allergic to, that can be causing inflammation. Radiation, stress. That's a huge one too. Stress causes inflammation. All right, there's also internal environment, not having a healthy internal environment, which would be chronic infections. Like if you keep getting sinus infections, viruses, if you take antibiotics every time you're sick, that may cause inflammation because it kills all of your good gut bacteria that it needs to fight inflammation. So try not to run out and take an antibiotic every time you feel like it, only when you really need it. And then healing that gut bacteria after you do take an antibiotic is going to be helpful. Also, visceral fat. That's why with our program, we have you measure around your waist and your hips. We want to make sure that your visceral fat is in a healthy range because visceral fat feeds inflammation. Also, lack of motion. You need to move your body, keep those joints healthy, build muscle. That will help fight inflammation. And also depression, lack of sleep, or excess stress. Those are all things that inside of you could be causing the inflammation. So just pay attention to your environment, what you're putting in your body, and also how you're taking care of yourself. And a few things about inflammation is, yes, you're going to notice it when you are sick. If you're sick often, but inflammation can also affect things down the road. So what you're doing now for your body could be hurting it or helping it down the road, because often inflammation, it might take years to manifest into a disease like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, even cancers are caused by inflammation. But every system of our body is affected by inflammation. So a few things that are caused by inflammation, our cardiovascular system, like high blood pressure, stroke, sudden death, heart disease, high cholesterol, respiratory system, sleeping problems, sinus infections, gastrointestinal system, like Crohn's disease, obesity, inflammatory bowel disease, colitis. Also, your kidneys are affected by inflammation. So any of those kidney diseases, immune system, allergies, MS, that's caused by your immune system. Brain, Alzheimer's disease, depression, schizophrenia, and mood disorders can be caused by inflammation. Endocrine system, like diabetes, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Also your eyes, macular degeneration, and then other ones would be prostate cancers and breast cancers, also are often caused by inflammation. So as you can see, our whole body is affected by inflammation, and you have the tools to be able to prevent or treat a lot of things that you have power over. So one thing that I love, as we become the dominant force of our lives, we know once we have the knowledge, we can do better. Once you know better, you can do better. So as you're learning those things that are causing harm to your body, you can make swaps. You can feel a difference, and it will pay off now and for years to come. So that's one reason why I love to learn about inflammation. So check out Element 20 in your life book, Element 2.14 in your Habits of Health book to learn more about how you can have the healthiest body possible. All right, have a good week.